Welcome back to Rare Coins Info, where every coin tells a story, where history and treasure collide in your very hands. Today, we are diving into the fascinating world of Jefferson Nickels. The 1939 Jefferson Nickel, the 1947 Jefferson Nickel, and the 1968 D. Jefferson Nickel, each carrying secrets from the past, each minted with precision, yet whispering tales of rarity, curiosity, and unimaginable value. Imagine holding a coin that survived decades, that witnessed eras, wars, and economies. Imagine uncovering a piece of history that numismatists and collectors dream about. As we journey through these remarkable coins, we will explore their origins, their minting secrets, their physical details like thickness, weight, and diameter, and reveal the subtle differences that make each of them a coveted masterpiece. We will dive deep into grading, learning how professional organizations like PCGS and NGC determine a coin's grade, how condition dramatically changes value, and how even slight imperfections or pristine surfaces can make millions of dollars difference. Stay with us as we uncover these Jefferson Nickels, share their incredible stories, learn expert insights, and discover the best ways to sell or protect these treasures. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe because this journey through time and money is just beginning. Coin number 1. The 1939 Jefferson Nickel, a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance, yet carries a legacy few truly understand. Minted in the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, this nickel was part of the transition period from the Buffalo nickel, designed with the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and the Monticello on the reverse. Yet what makes the 1939 Jefferson nickel intriguing is its rarity in certain conditions, especially those coins that survive decades of circulation with minimal wear. Numismatists know that the history of a coin is just as important as its appearance. The 1939 Jefferson nickel is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a diameter of 21.2 millimeters, a thickness of 1.95 millimeters, and a weight of 5 grams. Yet these numbers alone do not convey the magic. The coin's story begins in the late 1930s, an era of transition in America, a period where coins were not just currency but symbols of a nation recovering from the Great Depression. Imagine this nickel changing hands in stores, theaters, and diners, each scratch and patina telling a story. Every collector dreams of finding a piece in remarkable condition. Professional grading by companies like PCGS and NGC determines its value. The difference between a circulated and an uncirculated coin can mean millions. The subtle differences in strike, mint marks, and surface preservation define its rarity. As we examine the coin, notice the relief of Jefferson's profile, the fine details in his hair, the sharpness of the Monticello building. These small elements tell experts whether a coin deserves a top grade. Imagine the thrill of holding a coin graded MS-65 or higher. The sense of history in your hands. Collectors often search for die cracks, double dies, or mint errors that could further elevate value. The 1939 Jefferson nickel is not just a coin, it is a piece of American history. It carries the artistry of its engraver, the legacy of its circulation, and the potential to transform a collection. Some coins were tucked away in rolls, others lost to time. The stories of each surviving specimen are fascinating. Professional graders examine luster, strike, and any signs of cleaning or wear. Even slight abrasions can reduce value drastically. Yet a coin in pristine condition can reach unbelievable valuations. The thrill of the hunt is part of what makes coin collecting addictive. Collectors study auction results, compare coins side by side, and analyze every detail under magnification. The 1939 Jefferson nickel also carries curiosity in its minting variations. For instance, certain Philadelphia mint coins have small differences in lettering, spacing, or relief that make them highly desirable. The patina of a circulated coin can also indicate its journey, from pockets to piggy banks to the hands of collectors decades later. When selling, authenticity matters. Rare coins should be authenticated and graded by PCGS or NGC. Online marketplaces, reputable auction houses, and specialized coin dealers are the safest options to ensure proper valuation. The excitement of discovering such a coin is unparalleled. Imagine opening a small box, seeing the nickels gleam, realizing you hold a coin few collectors have ever owned. It is a moment of triumph. The numismatic community thrives on sharing these discoveries, discussing historical context, examining the minute details that define rarity. The 1939 Jefferson Nickel invites this fascination, its history intertwined with American life, its value tied to condition, rarity, and expert recognition. Collectors seek coins that have been preserved in rolls, albums, or private collections. Each scratch, patina, and toning pattern adds a unique character, yet can also affect grading. Curiosity drives collectors to inspect under magnification, to learn the nuances of strike, luster, and surface preservation, and to appreciate the artistry embedded in the coin. Every collector imagines finding an uncirculated example, MS-65 or higher, a coin that has survived decades almost untouched. The journey of this nickel from mint to collector is as important as its numismatic attributes. This coin carries stories from 1939, from the Depression-era America, from the hands that spent, saved, or stored it. Its copper-nickel composition ensures durability, yet even minor handling marks can alter its grading. When discussing thickness, weight, and diameter, collectors note that the 1.95 mm thickness, the 21.2 mm diameter, and 5-gram weight are not just specifications, but criteria that experts use to verify authenticity. Mint marks, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco subtly indicate its origin, yet the coin's condition often eclipses mint location in determining value. Imagine comparing two 1939 nickels, one worn, one near perfect. The difference is staggering. The worn nickel tells a story of everyday life. The pristine coin whispers of careful preservation and potential fortune. PCGS and NGC grading processes are meticulous, examining microscopic details, luster, and surface quality. Even a minor scratch can shift a coin from MS-65 to MS-63, affecting value by millions in rare cases. Collectors also seek provenance, history of ownership, which can further enhance appeal. The thrill is in discovery, in examining under light, in seeing the Monticello building's details crisp and sharp, in realizing the coin may fetch millions in perfect condition. Yet even in circulated condition, its rarity and history command attention. This nickel connects us to 1939, to Jefferson's enduring legacy, and to the numismatic community's passion for preservation. Each coin holds lessons in artistry, economics, and history, inviting collectors to engage deeply, to understand grading nuances, to appreciate the journey of money through time. Selling strategies include professional auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, specialized coin dealers, and verified online marketplaces, always authenticated to ensure proper value. The excitement of owning a 1939 Jefferson nickel is not just financial, but historical, educational, and deeply personal. Collectors share stories, images, and insights, creating a vibrant community around rare coins. The anticipation of discovering a high-grade example drives collectors to examine thousands of specimens, to learn subtle differences in strike, minting, and preservation. As the coin rests in your hand, its weight, thickness, and diameter remind you of its tangible connection to history. The copper-nickel composition carries a metallic warmth, a physical reminder that this coin has survived over 80 years. From pocket change to collectible treasure, its journey is a story in itself, full of mystery, intrigue, and immense value. As we continue to explore the 1939 Jefferson nickel, imagine holding it in your fingers, feeling its subtle weight of 5 grams, noticing the copper-nickel alloy glint under light, each small detail carrying decades of history. The coin's obverse reveals Thomas Jefferson's profile, the intricate engraving capturing the essence of one of America's most influential figures, while the reverse, the Monticello, stands as a miniature monument, tiny yet monumental. Collectors often marvel at the differences in minting quality between the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco coins. The Philadelphia Mint produced coins with slightly sharper details in Jefferson's hair, while Denver specimens sometimes reveal faint die variations that only the trained eye can detect. This is where professional grading becomes essential. PCGS and NGC examine luster, strike, surface preservation, and any signs of cleaning or handling. A coin graded MS-65 or higher is exceptionally rare. It could command attention at the highest auctions. The grading scale from 1 to 70 seems simple, yet each incremental increase can represent thousands, sometimes millions, in value. Collectors are captivated by the minute differences. The way the relief catches light, the presence of bag marks or subtle toning patterns. Each element plays a role in determining market value. And as we explore further, imagine the thrill of uncovering a coin with a die crack, a small minting error, which can significantly enhance desirability. Even within circulated coins, some examples show unique characteristics that make them stand out. The 1939 Jefferson Nickel is especially fascinating because of its transitional era origins, minted at the end of the 1930s, bridging economic recovery and the onset of global unrest. Each scratch and imperfection tells a story. From pocket change in small-town diners to hidden collections discovered decades later, collectors obsess over provenance, tracing a coin's journey, documenting its survival, and understanding its historical context. The thickness of 1.95 millimeters, the diameter of 21.2 millimeters, and the weight of 5 grams are not just specifications. They are tools for authentication. Experts measure meticulously, ensuring the coin is genuine. Any deviation could indicate tampering or counterfeit. This adds layers of intrigue and excitement for collectors seeking authentic rare specimens. When considering how to sell such a coin, authenticity and grading are paramount. Reputable auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or Great Collections offer secure, high-profile venues. Specialized coin dealers with decades of experience provide private transactions, while verified online marketplaces allow collectors to reach a global audience, always ensuring professional grading accompanies the sale to maximize value. Imagine placing your 1939 Jefferson Nickel in an MS-65 holder. The certification from PCGS or NGC transforms it from a piece of metal into a recognized collectible. The anticipation of auction day, of seeing bids climb, of watching collectors vie for ownership, is part of the experience, yet beyond monetary value. There is historical fascination. Numismatic enthusiasts study the nickel's minting process, the engraving techniques used by John R. Sinnock, the subtle changes from earlier Buffalo nickels, and the artistry involved in rendering Jefferson's likeness. The Monticello on the reverse is not just architecture, it symbolizes an era. The precision in its columns and windows can indicate the coin's condition. Collectors examine under magnification, noting even faint scratches or die wear. Every detail matters. The journey of this coin from mint to hand, from circulation to collection, is a narrative that captivates. The numismatic community thrives on these stories, sharing knowledge, examining each coin with curiosity, debating the impact of minor imperfections. The thrill of discovery is amplified when a high-grade example surfaces. Imagine a collector unearthing a near-perfect 1939 Philadelphia nickel in a long-forgotten roll. The excitement, the rush, the knowledge that you hold a piece of history few ever see. This is the magic of coin collecting. It is educational, emotional, and deeply rewarding. Curiosity drives collectors to seek out subtle differences, to learn about die varieties, double dies, mint errors, and the impact of cleaning or mishandling. Even toning patterns can enhance desirability. A coin with attractive color can command higher premiums. Understanding grading nuances is essential. Professionals assess luster, strike, surface preservation, and originality. With every factor influencing market value, collectors also explore historical sales records, noting which specimens reached astronomical figures, learning from past auctions to gauge market trends. The 1939 Jefferson Nickel's allure lies in its combination of history, artistry, rarity, and grading potential. The coin invites examination, discussion, and admiration. Every detail matters, from Jefferson's facial features to the architectural precision of Monticello, imagine the anticipation of seeing a pristine example in person, feeling its weight, studying its details under light, appreciating both its monetary and historical value. The coin's journey spans decades, from minting in 1939 to circulation, to collection, to auction, each phase adding to its story. Collectors often visualize the hands it passed through, the eras it witnessed, the economy it circulated in, and this narrative adds emotional weight, reinforcing why coins like this inspire obsession, curiosity, and admiration. Selling strategies emphasize authentication, professional grading, provenance documentation, and careful presentation. Collectors seeking to part with a 1939 Jefferson nickel rely on expert advice, ensuring that the coin reaches the right audience and achieves its full value. Whether through prestigious auction houses, certified dealers, or secure online platforms, each choice impacts outcome. This coin is not merely currency, it is a vessel of history, a tangible connection to 1939 America, to Jefferson's enduring legacy, and to the passion of collectors worldwide. Imagine discovering one, studying it, understanding its nuances, preparing it for sale or preservation. The thrill is unparalleled, the educational value immense, the emotional connection profound. This coin's story embodies the essence of numismatics, blending history, artistry, rarity, grading, and market strategy. Each aspect contributes to the allure. The 1939 Jefferson nickel remains a cornerstone for collectors, a symbol of dedication, expertise, and the enduring fascination with coins that transcend mere monetary function. As we conclude our exploration of this first coin, remember to stay curious, to examine details under magnification, to appreciate historical context, to understand grading, and to consider professional avenues for selling or protecting your treasure. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Rare Coins Info, because the journey has just begun, and the next rare Jefferson nickel story will reveal even greater surprises, insights, and numismatic treasures that collectors and enthusiasts alike cannot afford to miss. Coin number 2. The 1947 Jefferson Nickel, a coin that captures post-war America, minted just 2 years after World War II ended, a period of rebuilding, hope, and economic transformation. This nickel carries the imprint of history, the obverse featuring Thomas Jefferson's portrait, his serene expression etched with remarkable detail, the reverse depicting the iconic Monticello, each column, roofline, and doorway meticulously engraved by John R. Sinek. Yet beyond the artistry, collectors know that the 1947 Jefferson nickel holds secrets in its circulation, variations, and condition, made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a diameter of 21.2 millimeters, a thickness of 1.95 millimeters, and a weight of 5 grams. The coin is physically similar to other Jefferson nickels, but what sets it apart is the subtle details, the surviving specimens, and the numismatic significance. Imagine these coins changing hands in 1947, in small-town shops, bustling city stores, and on street corners, each coin silently witnessing the lives of Americans during a transformative era. Collectors today seek those that survived decades of circulation with minimal wear, understanding that condition is everything. Grading by PCGS and NGC determines value, assessing luster, strike, surface preservation, and originality. A coin graded MS65 or higher is exceptionally rare and highly desirable. Professional graders scrutinize every detail: the sharpness of Jefferson's hair, the depth of Monticello, the presence or absence of bag marks, die cracks, or minting anomalies. Even minor imperfections can dramatically affect market value. Collectors obsess over these nuances, often examining coins under magnification, learning to differentiate between Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mint variations, each mint subtly impacting the coin's desirability. The 1947 Jefferson Nickel is particularly interesting due to post-war production conditions. Coinage resumed after wartime metal restrictions, and subtle differences in composition, strike, or toning make certain coins rarer than others. Consider the thrill of discovering an uncirculated example, a coin that survived the wear and tear of everyday life, maintaining original luster, the copper-nickel alloy preserved by careful handling. Collectors study auction records, noting which specimens commanded attention, learning which mint marks, strikes, or varieties are most valuable. The 1947 Jefferson Nickel also invites curiosity about die varieties, minor differences in lettering or relief that distinguish one coin from another. Experts examine the spacing of the date, the depth of the relief, and even the tiniest imperfections, all factors influencing grading and market value. Imagine holding a coin graded MS66, certified by PCGS, the certification transforming the nickel from everyday currency into a prized collectible. Provenance matters as well. Coins with documented history often achieve higher prices. Collectors delight in tracing a coin's journey from mint to collector, imagining the hands it passed through, the decades it witnessed, and the stories it silently holds. The 1947 nickel connects us to post-war America, to the optimism and rebuilding, the economic recovery, and the artistry of American coinage. Its specifications, 21.2 mm diameter, 1.95 mm thickness, 5 grams weight, and copper-nickel composition, are not merely numbers, but tools for authentication, helping distinguish genuine coins from counterfeits. When selling such a rare coin, collectors and owners must prioritize authenticity and grading. Reputable auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers provide secure venues. Certified coin dealers offer private sales, while verified online marketplaces allow collectors to reach global audiences. Always ensuring PCGS or NGC certification accompanies the sale to protect value. Imagine the excitement of placing a high-grade 1947 Jefferson nickel in a display, seeing the light catch its original luster, appreciating the crisp details of Jefferson's profile, and Monticello, understanding that few collectors have ever held such a pristine example. The thrill of discovery, the joy of examining under magnification, and the anticipation of a successful sale, all contribute to the emotional appeal. Collectors are drawn to this coin not only for its monetary value but also for its history, the story it tells about an era, its artistry, its minting, and the journey from circulation to collection. Experts emphasize the importance of condition, noting that even minor abrasions, cleaning, or improper handling can reduce value significantly. Yet coins that retain original luster and sharp strike achieve the highest grades. MS65 and above are incredibly rare for the 1947 Jefferson nickel. Collectors often search through thousands of coins, rolls, and private collections to locate these gems, each discovery generating excitement, discussion, and admiration in the numismatic community. The coin's historical context enhances fascination. Minted shortly after World War II, it represents an era of transformation, stability, and optimism. Each scratch, patina, and toning pattern adds character, sometimes increasing desirability, sometimes serving as a caution for grading. Understanding the grading system, the professional evaluation process, and market trends equips collectors to appreciate and leverage the coin's value. This coin story is intertwined with American history, the artistry of Seneca, the nuances of minting, and the preservation efforts of collectors who ensured it survived in remarkable condition. Imagine discovering a 1947 Jefferson nickel with unique die characteristics, subtle anomalies that elevate it above ordinary examples. The excitement is palpable, the learning curve steep, yet rewarding. Collectors study die varieties, double dies, mint marks, and toning, exploring every detail to fully understand rarity and value. Professional grading companies, PCGS and NGC. Examine luster, strike, surface preservation, originality, and signs of cleaning. Minor differences can dramatically impact the coin's market value. A coin graded MS-65 or higher commands attention at auctions, private sales, and among serious collectors. Provenance also matters. Coins with well-documented history often achieve premium prices. As we explore further, imagine the coin's journey from 1947 circulation to a collector's hand today. Surviving decades of handling, environmental exposure, and storage, each stage contributing to its character, its story, and ultimately its value, collectors appreciate the coin's physical specifications: 21.2 mm diameter, 1.95 mm thickness, 5 grams weight, copper-nickel composition, not only for authentication but also as a tactile connection to history. These details help experts distinguish genuine coins from counterfeits. As we prepare to examine selling strategies, understanding market trends, provenance and grading is essential. Auction houses, certified dealers, and verified online marketplaces provide safe avenues for selling, maximizing value while preserving the coin's authenticity. Collectors often document the coin's details, including photos, notes on condition, and grading certification, enhancing trust and visibility for potential buyers. The 1947 Jefferson Nickel exemplifies the fusion of history, artistry, rarity, grading, and market strategy. Collectors are drawn to its story, its aesthetic appeal, its tangible connection to post-war America, and the thrill of discovery, the excitement of uncovering a high-grade example, understanding its nuances, and preparing it for sale or preservation. This coin is more than currency. It is a bridge to history, a symbol of artistry, a collectible treasure, a teaching tool for numismatics, a source of fascination for both beginners and seasoned collectors. As we conclude this first half of the 1947 Jefferson Nickel story, remember that condition: grading, provenance, and historical context define its value. Collectors pursue these coins with passion, patience, and expertise, anticipating the discovery of extraordinary specimens, understanding the impact of each detail, and appreciating the narrative embedded in metal and design. Stay curious, examine carefully, and prepare for the next chapter of our rare Jefferson Nickel journey, where even greater surprises, insights, and market secrets await. As we continue with the 1947 Jefferson Nickel, imagine holding this coin, feeling its 5-gram weight, noticing the subtle copper-nickel gleam, appreciating the craftsmanship of John R. Sinnock, the details in Jefferson's hair, the sharpness of Monticello's columns. Collectors often marvel at the small nuances that distinguish one coin from another. Varieties, slight differences in strike, spacing, or relief can make a remarkable difference. Professional grading by PCGS and NGC ensures that every detail is evaluated, from surface preservation to luster, from originality to the absence of cleaning. A coin graded MS-65 or higher is exceedingly rare, commanding attention from serious collectors and investors alike. Imagine comparing two 1947 nickels, one circulated worn with rounded details, the other almost pristine. The difference in value is dramatic. Even minor abrasions can reduce market price significantly. Yet coins that maintain original luster, sharp strike, and attractive toning achieve the highest premiums. Collectors often search rolls, albums, and private collections for these hidden gems. The thrill of discovery is unmatched, knowing that a rare, high-grade coin has survived decades of circulation. The historical context adds another layer of fascination. Minted just 2 years after World War II, these nickels circulated during a period of rebuilding, optimism, and economic growth. Each coin silently witnessed American life. From small-town shops to bustling city streets, every scratch, patina, and toning pattern tells a story. Collectors obsess over these details, studying under magnification to identify die cracks, double dies, or mint errors. Even subtle color variations can enhance desirability. A 1947 Jefferson nickel with attractive toning can fetch higher prices at auction. Professional grading is essential to authenticate and maximize value. PCGS and NGC provide certification, documenting luster, strike, surface preservation, and originality. A coin in MS65 or higher condition becomes a prized collectible. Provenance also plays a crucial role. Coins with documented ownership history often achieve premium prices. Collectors delight in tracing the coin's journey. From mint to circulation to modern collections, understanding the market is equally important. Reputable auction houses such as Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or Great Collections provide secure, high-profile venues. Certified coin dealers offer private transactions, while verified online marketplaces allow global reach, always ensuring that PCGS or NGC certification accompanies the sale to protect value. Imagine the excitement of placing a high-grade 1947 Jefferson nickel in a display, seeing its original luster reflect under light, appreciating the sharp details of Jefferson's portrait and Monticello. Few collectors ever hold such a pristine example. The joy of discovery, anticipation of valuation, and excitement of potential sale all combine to create a thrilling experience. Collectors are drawn to this coin not just for its monetary value, but also for its historical significance. Artistry and journey, understanding grading, condition, and market dynamics is essential for serious numismatists. Experts examine coins meticulously, noting even the smallest abrasions, cleaning signs, or mishandling that can affect grading. MS65 and above examples are incredibly rare for the 1947 Jefferson nickel, often requiring examination of thousands of coins to locate a gem. Each discovery generates discussion, admiration, and excitement within the collector community. The coin's historical context enhances its allure. Minted shortly after World War II, representing a period of optimism, economic recovery, and the resilience of America, each scratch, patina, and toning pattern adds character. Influencing both aesthetic appeal and grading outcome, collectors explore every detail. Studying die varieties, mint marks, toning patterns, and minor anomalies to fully understand rarity and value, professional graders assess luster, strike, surface preservation, originality, and signs of handling or cleaning. Even minor differences can dramatically impact market value. A certified coin graded MS65 or higher commands attention at auctions, private sales, and among serious collectors. Provenance also matters. Documented history often elevates value. Collectors delight in tracing a coin's journey, imagining the hands it passed through, the decades it witnessed, and the stories it silently tells. The 1947 Jefferson nickel embodies a perfect blend of history, artistry, rarity, grading, and market strategy. Collectors are captivated by its narrative, aesthetic appeal, tangible connection to post-war America, and the thrill of discovery, imagining a high-grade example, understanding its nuances, and preparing it for sale or preservation. This coin transcends currency, becoming a bridge to history, a symbol of artistry, a collectible treasure, and a teaching tool for numismatics. The educational, emotional, and financial rewards of owning such a coin are immense. Collectors share stories, images, and insights, creating a vibrant community. Learning about historical context, subtle minting differences, grading standards, and auction trends. As we conclude this deep dive into the 1947 Jefferson nickel, remember that condition, grading, provenance, and historical significance define value. Collectors pursue these coins with passion, patience, and expertise, anticipating the discovery of extraordinary specimens, appreciating the impact of each detail, and valuing the narrative embedded in metal and design. Stay curious, examine carefully, document provenance, consider professional grading and secure selling strategies, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Rare Coins Info, because the journey continues. And our next rare Jefferson nickel, the 1968 Jefferson nickel, holds even more surprises, insights, and treasures that collectors and enthusiasts cannot afford to miss. Coin number 3, the 1968 Jefferson Nickel, a coin that embodies a transformative era in American history, minted during the late 1960s, a period of social change, economic evolution, and technological advancement. This nickel carries with it a legacy that collectors deeply admire. The obverse features Thomas Jefferson's profile, the artistry capturing the depth and character of one of America's most enduring figures. The reverse displays Monticello, its columns and architectural precision a testament to John R. Sinnock's engraving skill. Yet beyond aesthetics, the 1968 Jefferson Nickel holds unique characteristics that make it highly desirable for collectors. Composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighing 5 grams, with a diameter of 21.2 millimeters and thickness of 1.95 millimeters, the coin's specifications are standard. Yet the nuances in strike, mint mark placement, and preservation define its rarity. Imagine this coin circulating in 1968, passing through pockets, cash registers, and wallets during a time of cultural shifts, social movements, and the space race, each nickel silently witnessing history. Collectors today seek specimens that survived with minimal wear, understanding that condition is crucial. Grading by PCGS and NGC plays a pivotal role in determining value. Experts meticulously examine luster, strike, surface preservation, originality, and any signs of cleaning or mishandling. A coin graded MS-65 or higher is exceptionally rare for the 1968 Jefferson Nickel, commanding attention at auctions, in private collections, and among serious numismatists. Imagine comparing a circulated example with minor scratches and dull luster to a pristine, uncirculated specimen. The difference in desirability and market value is staggering. Collectors often search hundreds, even thousands of coins to locate high-grade examples. Die varieties, mint errors, and unique toning patterns can further elevate the coin's appeal. Professionals analyze mint mark placement, relief details, edge characteristics, and subtle imperfections, each element contributing to the overall grade and market value. The 1968 nickel is particularly intriguing because it was minted during a period of post-war economic stability. Yet the late 1960s brought changes in coinage production, resulting in variations that collectors now study carefully. Even minor differences in striking pressure, die wear, or toning can significantly influence value. Imagine holding a coin in hand, studying Jefferson's profile under light, observing the Monticello columns with magnification, appreciating the subtle luster and surface integrity, each detail enhancing both historical and monetary worth. Collectors also study provenance, tracing the coin's journey from mint to circulation to modern collection. Coins with documented history often achieve premium valuations. Professional grading ensures authenticity. PCGS and NGC certification validates the coin's condition, provides confidence for buyers, and allows collectors to achieve maximum value in the market. The thrill of discovering a 1968 Jefferson Nickel in MS-65 or higher is unparalleled, the excitement amplified by understanding the context of its minting, the cultural and economic backdrop of the late 1960s, and the artistry captured in each strike. Collectors appreciate both the tangible and intangible aspects. The coin as currency and as historical artifact. The 1.95 millimeter thickness, 21.2 millimeter diameter, and 5-gram weight are not mere numbers but tools for authentication and verification, distinguishing genuine coins from counterfeits. The copper-nickel composition ensures durability. Preserving luster and detail over decades, collectors examine every scratch, toning variation, and minting anomaly, understanding the impact on grading and value. Selling such a rare coin requires attention to professional standards. Reputable auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers provide high-profile, secure venues. Certified coin dealers offer private transactions, while verified online marketplaces allow global exposure, always with PCGS or NGC certification to protect value. Imagine placing a pristine 1968 Jefferson Nickel in a display, seeing the light play on Jefferson's profile, appreciating Monticello's intricate details, understanding that few collectors hold such a well-preserved example, the emotional thrill, educational value, and financial potential converge. Collectors are drawn to this coin not just for its market value, but for its historical significance, artistry, and narrative. Examining grading, condition, provenance, and historical context is essential for serious numismatists. Experts analyze the coin with magnification, noting die variations, strike quality, surface preservation, and originality. Even minor marks or handling can influence value dramatically. MS-65 and higher examples are scarce, often requiring careful examination of many specimens to locate, each discovery generating excitement and discussion in the numismatic community. The 1968 Jefferson Nickel also offers opportunities for learning, from die study, mint mark observation, toning appreciation, to understanding auction trends. Collectors often study past sales, learning which coins achieved the highest premiums, and why this knowledge informs future acquisitions. Enhancing the collector's strategy, the coin's historical context adds another layer. Minted during a period of American social and economic transformation, each scratch, patina, and toning pattern tells a story. Collectors appreciate both aesthetic appeal and historical narrative. Professional grading evaluates strike, luster, surface preservation, and originality, transforming a simple nickel into a certified collectible. A coin in MS-65 or higher can attract bids from serious collectors, private buyers, and investors. Understanding market trends, provenance documentation, and proper presentation ensures the coin achieves maximum value. Collectors document details, take photographs, and maintain records, enhancing trust and visibility for potential buyers. The 1968 Jefferson Nickel exemplifies the fusion of history, artistry, rarity, grading, and market knowledge. Collectors are captivated by its story. The thrill of discovery, the aesthetic appeal, and the tangible connection to the late 1960s, the excitement of finding a high-grade example, analyzing details, and preparing it for sale or preservation is unmatched. This coin transcends its role as currency, becoming a bridge to history, a symbol of artistry, a collectible treasure, and an educational tool for numismatics. As we continue, the second half of this coin story will explore even deeper nuances, rare varieties, market strategies, auction examples, and secrets that serious collectors use to maximize value, maintaining suspense and curiosity, guiding viewers through a journey that blends history, numismatics, and collector passion. As we continue with the 1968 Jefferson Nickel, imagine holding this remarkable coin, feeling its 5-gram weight, appreciating the copper-nickel alloy gleam, studying Jefferson's profile under light, each hair strand etched with precision, Monticello's columns sharp and defined. Collectors marvel at subtle variations in minting, strike, and toning. Die varieties can dramatically influence value. Professional graders at PCGS and NGC meticulously evaluate luster, strike, surface preservation, originality, and signs of handling or cleaning. Even minor imperfections can shift a coin from MS-65 to MS-63, altering market value significantly. The excitement of discovering a high-grade example is unparalleled. Collectors often examine hundreds of specimens, searching rolls, albums, and private collections. The thrill of uncovering a pristine 1968 Jefferson Nickel virtually untouched by circulation is intoxicating. Historical context adds depth. Minted during an era of social change, economic growth, and cultural transformation, each scratch, patina, and toning pattern tells a story. Collectors study die cracks, double dies, and mint errors, understanding that even subtle anomalies can elevate value. Imagine a coin with slightly off-center strike or unique toning, suddenly transforming an ordinary nickel into a rare collectible. Auction records reveal the potential. Coins graded MS-65 or higher reaching astonishing prices. Provenance enhances desirability. Coins with documented ownership history often command premium bids. Collectors delight in tracing the journey of their coins, imagining the hands it passed through, the decades it survived, and the historical events it silently witnessed. The 1.95 millimeter thickness, 21.2 millimeter diameter, and 5-gram weight are not merely specifications. They are authentication tools, helping distinguish genuine coins from counterfeits. Selling strategies emphasize professional grading, provenance, and secure transaction venues. Reputable auction houses such as Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers provide high-profile, safe platforms. Certified coin dealers offer private sales, while verified online marketplaces reach a global audience, always ensuring PCGS or NGC certification to protect value. Imagine placing a pristine 1968 D. Jefferson nickel in a display. Observing the light reflect on Jefferson's profile and Monticello's fine details, appreciating the rarity, artistry, and history in your hands, the emotional thrill, educational insights, and financial potential converge. Collectors are drawn to this coin not only for monetary worth but for its narrative, historical significance, and aesthetic appeal. Professional graders examine strike sharpness, luster, surface preservation, originality, and signs of cleaning. Minor handling marks can dramatically affect value. MS-65 and above specimens are rare, often discovered after examining thousands of coins, each discovery generating excitement and discussion within the numismatic community. Collectors study die varieties, mint marks, toning patterns, auction trends, and historical sales, learning which examples achieved the highest premiums, and why, informing future acquisitions and strategies. The coin's historical context, minted during a period of social and economic transformation, adds fascination. Each patina, scratch, and toning pattern tells a unique story. Collectors appreciate both aesthetic beauty and historical narrative. Grading transforms the nickel into a certified collectible. MS-65 or higher examples commanding attention from collectors, investors, and private buyers. Understanding market trends, documentation, and presentation ensures maximum value. Collectors document condition, take photographs, and maintain provenance records, enhancing trust and visibility for buyers. The 1968 D. Jefferson nickel embodies the fusion of history, artistry, rarity, grading, and market knowledge. Collectors are captivated by its story, aesthetic appeal, and tangible connection to a pivotal era in American history. The excitement of discovering a high-grade example, analyzing details, preparing it for sale or preservation, is unmatched. This coin transcends currency, becoming a bridge to history, a symbol of artistry, a collectible treasure, and an educational tool as we explore auction examples. High-grade 1968 D. Jefferson nickels have reached top-tier venues, fetching remarkable prices. Coins graded MS-65 or above attract serious bidders. Private sales and online auctions demonstrate the global demand. Collectors carefully follow market trends, understanding when to sell, how to authenticate, and which channels maximize returns educationally. This coin teaches about minting practices, die varieties, grading nuances, and the importance of preservation. Curiosity drives collectors to inspect every detail, appreciating strike, luster, surface preservation, toning, and historical significance. The story of each coin enhances its value, from circulation to modern collection, each stage contributing to rarity and market desirability. The collector's journey involves patience, expertise, and attention to detail, understanding grading standards, historical context, and market strategies. Selling involves professional avenues, secure auctions, verified dealers, and online marketplaces, always ensuring PCGS or NGC certification. Collectors are advised to document provenance, maintain condition, and consult experts for authentication and valuation. The emotional and educational experience of owning a 1968 D. Jefferson nickel is profound, connecting the collector to American history, artistry, and numismatic passion. The thrill of discovery, examination, and appreciation is unparalleled. As we conclude this deep dive into the 1968 D. Jefferson nickel, remember the key takeaways. Condition and grading define value. Provenance enhances desirability. Historical context enriches understanding. And market knowledge ensures successful sale. Collectors are encouraged to stay curious, examine carefully, document every detail, and preserve coins for future generations. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Rare Coins Info, because our journey through rare Jefferson nickels has just concluded. Yet the adventure continues, with future videos revealing secrets, insights, and valuations of rare coins that collectors and enthusiasts cannot afford to miss. Share this video with fellow collectors, engage with our community, and stay tuned for more numismatic treasures. The 1939, 1947, and 1968 D. Jefferson nickels represent the pinnacle of history, artistry, rarity, and collector passion. Your engagement ensures that this legacy of knowledge, excitement, and discovery continues for generations.